Bro, I stamp on everything I love, bro. What type of gangster pull up on a man, say they gonna do something to a man, and pull out their phone on everything I love, bro? Baby, ARP in hand, man. I just asked these folks, what you wanna do? Why y'all keep staring at me? I'm sitting here, right in the drive, right there, telling them niggas what they wanna do. Man, them niggas shaking, man. 3, you shaking. Ben, shaking. Y'all niggas ain't do shit, man. Listen, then right after that, cuz I hop in the car, I'm like, man, what y'all wanna do? Y'all don't wanna do nothing. Nigga pull off in the whip. Now niggas wanna pull their phone out, man. I had 2 niggas on the front line that would've laid y'all down. Come on, man. If you gonna post something, post that, bro.
NLE Choppa just got caught slipping in Houston, Texas, and listen to this, it almost went all the way left. We're talking broad daylight, real pressure in the air, and a moment that could have turned ugly fast if cooler heads hadn't stepped in. This wasn't social media chatter or some blog rumor either. This was real-life tension in a public place, and everybody there understood how quickly it could have escalated. Behind all the spiritual captions, clean living talk, and positive energy posts, Choppa allegedly said the wrong thing about the wrong people. Hold up. Word is, his name started popping up in conversations it had no business being in, and that led to him getting checked heavy in a parking lot with nowhere to really move. The reason this situation jumped off the internet and into the streets runs way deeper than fans expected. And trust me, once the full story surfaces, a lot of people are going to see this situation very differently. Now let's break this down the right way. This is real hip-hop tension that's been buzzing for a minute, and history already shows that clashing with NBA YoungBoy's circle usually comes with serious consequences, whether that's legal heat, career derailment, or outcomes that change lives permanently. This kind of conflict never wraps up clean, and everybody knows that. Social media went crazy once clips dropped showing NLE Choppa being confronted by NBA Ben 10 and OG 33 in Houston. But here's the twist. Girl, both sides are telling completely different stories. One side says it was blown way out of proportion. The other side says lines were definitely crossed. December 2024 quietly became the moment everything shifted for Choppa, and the fallout is still playing out as we speak. This Memphis rapper was supposed to be locked into his spiritual era, posting about herbs, clean eating, and high vibrations, but then everything flipped. Fast. Out of nowhere, NLE Choppa dropped not 1, but 2 diss tracks aimed directly at NBA YoungBoy, and that single move changed the entire energy. Next thing you know, he's in Houston getting checked by people connected to YoungBoy's circle, and suddenly this wasn't music anymore. It got way too close for comfort in real life. A lot of people think this tension came out of thin air, but nah, that's not true at all. This situation has been quietly building since 2019, moving slowly, staying low, and waiting for the wrong moment to explode. What happened in Houston wasn't random at all. It was years of unresolved tension spilling off screens and into real spaces. Now here's where it gets wild. NLE Choppa wasn't just aware of NBA YoungBoy, he was a full-on fan at one point. Back in 2018 and early 2019, Choppa was a rising Memphis artist going crazy with Shotta Flow, and he openly said YoungBoy was his favorite rapper. In interviews, he said it confidently, naming YoungBoy as #1. He even remixed YoungBoy records like Through the Storm, flipped it into Through the Rain, and jumped on Drawing Symbols. There was no hiding it. This was genuine admiration back then. But here's what people overlook about both the streets and the industry. YoungBoy never really locked in with Choppa like that, and early on, it wasn't even personal. Coming out of Baton Rouge, YoungBoy is known for reading people fast, and he allegedly felt Choppa was playing a role for the internet. Before rap, Choppa was known as a basketball player, and that sudden image switch didn't sit right with everyone watching closely. Let's be real for a second. NLE Choppa didn't really come up in the streets like that. His background was very different, and people around him knew it. He had a situation at school that landed him in juvenile detention. Then he came home and fully leaned into music. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy's upbringing was the complete opposite, and that contrast mattered more than people realized. YoungBoy grew up under real pressure early, and he's known for spotting who's authentic versus who's just performing for the camera. The real turning point hit in March 2019, and that's when things started sliding sideways. Choppa was on Instagram Live, and some of his friends in the background started saying reckless things about NBA YoungBoy. They were calling him fake and throwing straight disrespect on his name. And listen, one of them even said YoungBoy a bitch, and that crossed a major line instantly. Choppa tried to calm it down because over 2,000 people were watching live, but once those words are out, there's no pulling them back. YoungBoy caught that live the very same day and went live himself right after. He responded directly, saying he wasn't trying to be labeled anything and wasn't worried about online talk. The tone was sharp, the message was clear, and everybody watching knew the energy had permanently shifted in that moment. But this situation goes way deeper than Instagram Lives and loud comments. NLE Choppa made a move that completely changed everything in YoungBoy's eyes. Later, in March 2019, Choppa linked up with Fredo Bang and dropped a track called Gangster Talk. And hold up, everybody in the streets and the industry already knows Fredo Bang and NBA YoungBoy have long-standing tension rooted in Baton Rouge. That link-up made this situation real in a whole new way. The tension between the NBA and TBG, also known as the Bottom Boy Gorilla Side, was already deep and serious long before Choppa ever stepped near it. This wasn't rap drama or clout chasing. This was a long-standing street conflict with real consequences, real losses, and years of history behind it. So when Choppa jumped on a track with Fredo Bang, it wasn't just music anymore. It looked like he was choosing a side in something he had no real ties to. Things got even messier on that song. Choppa smeared in a slick line that many listeners took as a personal shot at YoungBoy, and Fredo Bang made a disrespectful reference tied to someone close to YoungBoy's camp who passed in 2018. That moment sealed it. From that point on, YoungBoy stopped viewing Choppa as a former supporter and started seeing him as an opponent. YoungBoy responded through his music, making it clear he didn't respect Choppa's move at all. In February 2020, he labeled Choppa fake and said he wasn't built for this type of pressure. Then, years later, in January 2022, YoungBoy dropped a track that shocked listeners with how serious the warning sounded. The lyrics painted a dark picture and made it clear Choppa had crossed the line and stepped into territory he didn't fully understand. What really shook people was when YoungBoy questioned why Choppa's family hadn't talked him out of this path. That wasn't just rap talk. That sounded like a real-life warning wrapped inside music, and fans caught that immediately. Now fast forward to 2024, and people started asking why Choppa decided to take another shot after years of staying quiet. And here's the honest conversation. Choppa's momentum hasn't been the same. His recent projects didn't hit like Cottonwood or his early breakout work, and pressure started building again in a major way. The buzz just wasn't there anymore. The streams dipped, the hype slowed down, and the attention wasn't hitting like it used to. So what did Choppa do next? He ran straight back to controversy. He dropped a new diss track, Me Out 3, and people immediately caught the shots aimed at NBA YoungBoy. Then he doubled down, posting online, talking boldly, saying he wasn't scared and was ready for whatever came with it. But here's the part Choppa didn't fully think through. NBA YoungBoy doesn't move alone, and he's not surrounded by just rappers who only talk tough on records. The people around him are known for extreme loyalty and being willing to go all the way for their circle. Names like Ben 10 and OG 33 hold serious weight in real street conversations, and that kind of loyalty makes situations way more unpredictable. In street terms, people call that being a crash dummy. Someone who doesn't stop to think about consequences and is ready to put everything on the line for their people. That mindset is dangerous because logic doesn't always factor in, and once emotions take control, things can spiral fast. Now, fast forward to December 2024. NLE Choppa was in Houston, Texas, reportedly spending time with family and trying to stay low-key. But according to online chatter, someone allegedly dropped his location to NBA OG 33. Social media rumors started pointing fingers towards someone connected to the LGBT community, but to be clear, that part is unconfirmed and based strictly on internet claims. What really turned the heat up was when Ben 10 posted cryptic messages on his story around that same time. Once that happened, fans instantly knew something serious was brewing behind the scenes. That's when people realized something really went down. In the background of one clip, you can clearly hear a voice believed to be NLE Choppa saying not to forget where they were at. and that alone sent the internet into a frenzy. Moments later, more videos surfaced, and the story officially split into two completely different versions. NLE Choppa jumped on Instagram and told his side directly. He said, "I stamp on everything I love, bro." And he questioned why someone would pull up, talk tough, and then grab a phone instead of standing on business. Choppa claimed he was standing flat-footed in the middle of the parking lot, saying he simply asked them what they wanted to do, making it seem like he wasn't backing down at all. According to Choppa, Ben 10 and OG 33 didn't want a real confrontation and chose to record instead. He doubled down hard, putting real weight behind his words and saying, "On my life, on everything, on my kids, nothing more happened beyond words." That's a heavy thing to say, and fans reacted instantly because bringing family into it makes people question just how confident someone is in their version. But hold up, here's where the story flips again. OG 33 wasn't quiet at all. He went live and told a completely different version. He mocked the situation, saying people saw someone pull up dressed like a movie character, sitting in the middle of a parking lot like it was an old Western scene. According to him, the energy wasn't anything like what Choppa described. Now you got two sides, two stories, and the internet trying to piece together what really happened. One thing is clear though, this wasn't music anymore. And whatever went down in that parking lot left a lot of unanswered questions that still haven't been cleared up. OG 33 kept applying pressure online, saying the entire situation was a cap. He claims Choppa was moving funny on camera, acting cautious because police were nearby, and only started talking tough once everyone had already pulled off. According to him, Choppa didn't show bold energy face to face and waited until the moment passed to switch the tone. He even suggested Choppa thought the guys in cowboy hats were undercover officers and didn't want real problems in that moment.
Choppa fired back immediately. He said the man wearing the Western-style hat was never a threat and was actually with him the whole time. Choppa claimed the other side completely misread the situation and said they were confused about who was who in that parking lot. The back and forth only made the internet louder, with fans non-stop arguing over who was telling the truth. Now this is where the real conversation begins. NLE Choppa might not be built for this level of tension, and here's why people are saying that. History shows serious conflicts tied to NBA YoungBoy's circle rarely end clean. Time after time, situations connected to that camp have led to devastating outcomes, including people losing their freedom or their lives. That pattern alone separates this from regular rap back and forth. There's a long list of names tied to years of Baton Rouge tension, with artists, affiliates, and close associates facing real consequences over time. This goes far beyond music, views, or viral moments. This is deep-rooted street history that doesn't reset just because time passes. For all the tough talk online, Choppa came up playing basketball before rap, and that background matters in moments like this. Street Chatter has been saying he was lucky nothing serious happened in Houston. A lot of people believe if the situation had shifted even slightly, the outcome could have been much worse. Whether you believe Choppa or OG 33, one thing is clear. This kind of tension is not something to play with. Now both sides are stuck debating who looked tougher in that moment. But let's pause for a second. Does that really matter anymore? Choppa went online putting heavy statements on his kids, saying he was armed and ready to defend himself. And that alone shocked a lot of people. That energy doesn't line up with the peaceful, clean living image he's been pushing for years, and fans definitely caught that shift. That wasn't the calm, spiritual Choppa people have been seeing lately. That sounded like the old version, the one trying to prove something to the internet, the one caught between street expectations and online pressure. And that contrast made this whole situation hit even harder. But here's the uncomfortable truth. This moment exposed something deeper in hip-hop culture as a whole. It's not just about Choppa, it's about how the culture rewards reckless behavior and clowns caution. Too often, destruction gets more respect than growth, and that mindset keeps situations spinning out of control. Let's be honest, if Choppa had stayed and something bad happened, some people would have said, at least he stood his ground. But if he walked away peacefully, others would have clowned him for being scared. That's the trap right there. Being labeled soft or scared is still treated like the worst insult, even when walking away is the smartest move. That's exactly why Choppa felt forced to jump on Instagram and explain himself. He had to say he didn't run, that he stood tall, that he was ready, just to protect his image. But what's the real reward for winning these tough guy debates? You get bragging rights, internet points, and maybe enough change to grab a cup of coffee. Nothing that actually improves your life. Meanwhile, you're risking your freedom, your future, and your entire life just for online respect from people who won't even check on you tomorrow. And that's the cycle. Our culture keeps people boxed in by street rules that leave no real way to win. Call authorities and you're labeled wrong. Walk away and you're called weak. Stay quiet and suddenly you're fake. But here's the cold part. If you respond the wrong way, the outcome is usually a loss, either legally or permanently.
There's no trophy waiting at the end of that road, and that's exactly why this whole situation is so hard to watch. NLE Choppa looked like he was genuinely trying to move towards something better. He was talking spirituality, clean eating, herbs, meditation, and leveling up mentally. He really appeared like someone trying to break the cycle and rewrite his story. But pressure from the streets and the internet dragged him right back into a situation that could cost him everything if it keeps going. And let's be real, this isn't just about diss tracks or chasing streams. This is about ego, image, and the need to look powerful in a culture that punishes vulnerability. That's where things turn dangerous. Trying to play a role you weren't built for can push you into decisions you can't undo. NBA YoungBoy never had to convince anyone who he was. His background speaks for itself, whether people like it or not. Choppa, on the other hand, still looks like he's trying to prove something to the world, and that's the risky part. When someone is focused on proving toughness, clear thinking goes out the window. They walk into situations with no exit plan and ignore every warning sign. So the real question isn't who won an argument, it's what happens next. Does this cool off before someone gets hurt, or does pride keep pushing things until the cost is way too high? History already shows that serious conflicts connected to NBA YoungBoy's circle rarely end clean, and that pattern is exactly why people feel uneasy right now. Over the years, multiple figures tied to Baton Rouge tension have lost either their freedom or their lives. Fans have seen how fast things spiral once situations leave the booth and hit real spaces. Now, NLE Choppa finds himself being confronted in parking lots by people known for not caring about consequences, and that alone is a massive red flag. Honestly, it's a relief that nothing went further in Houston. It's a blessing that everyone walked away without things turning tragic. That moment could have gone left fast, and anyone paying attention knows how thin that line really is. But let's not sugarcoat it. This situation isn't finished. Ben 10 and OG33 made it clear online that they know how Choppa moves, and that access isn't an issue. Choppa can say he was ready, armed, and standing his ground, but here's the uncomfortable truth. If things had truly escalated, he wouldn't be controlling the narrative right now. That's the part that really shakes people. The scary thing is, Choppa still seems to be treating this like regular rap drama. He's still talking boldly, still moving like this is just entertainment, when the stakes are way higher than that. This isn't about lyrics anymore. This is real life with real consequences that don't come with rewind buttons. Unless Choppa fully steps back and understands how dangerous this road really is, he risks becoming another cautionary tale in hip-hop history. Too many artists thought they were just proving a point, only to realize too late that some situations don't come with second chances. Yo, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. The streets don't sleep, and neither do we. We're just getting started, and trust me, there are way more real hip-hop stories you won't hear anywhere else. We drop heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with your people, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We really want to hear what you think. What's your take on NLE Choppa's situation and his beef with NBA YoungBoy? Do you think he's built for this type of smoke, or is he in over his head? Let us know below, and make sure you check out the videos on screen for more insight into non-stop hip-hop drama and street politics. Stay safe out there, fam. Remember, the streets don't play, and the rap game is more dangerous than ever. Peace.